I am still recovering from everything that's happened the last week, but I will remind you, as a forensic medium, I told you so. And I told you at the start of the year something intense was going to happen and that it was going to happen in the middle of September. So I knew that something political was going to happen. I also made a prediction that a conservative podcaster would be something would happen. And I was right about Candace. I was also right about the, I guess you would say, assault towards Joe Rogan. I also saw Sean Ryan as being somebody that needs to be mindful of their safety. So just if you want to go back into my videos, you'll be able to see there that I was right. But really, it's about helping people prepare and just have a different perspective so that you can tap into your own intuition and decide what is right for you. And when I'm in the process of recovering, I just thought I'd share with you some of the things that I like to do to help me feel grounded and to discharge, like, I don't know, just to escape, okay? And I like to read. And this book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, is so incredible. If you want fiction, you like fairies, and you like it a little spicy, I just want you to know I'm absolutely loving this book. All the hype that you've seen on Book Talk is real. For people who want to understand the psychology of what we're going through and how did our culture get to be where it is, then I recommend Dr. Gabor Maté's The Myth of Normal. Now, this is a big book, right? And I don't always have time to read big books like this. So what I do is I actually listen to the audiobook. So there's options for you. And what I like about this book is that he talks about our body, our minds, our experience in a holistic way. It's like, in a nutshell, like, why are things so messed up? I think he's one of the most brilliant psychologists that are in the world. I know I didn't say that right, but like I said, I am recovering. So these are two books that I recommend. I also have another book. I think this is a really good one, How to Calm Your Mind, Finding Presence and Productivity in Anxious Times. Well, it's anxious times, my friend. I'd also like to point out that this is a book I bought at Costco, and this is the first year since I've been shopping Costco, which goes all the way back to middle school years for me. I'm almost 50, so I'm just saying it's the first time that Costco hasn't sold books. If you're a Costco buyer, please bring back physical books. People will read them. I don't care if it's Stephen King or How to Calm Your Mind. Costco shoppers, we like to actually think about things, so bring books back. And I like this book because it talks about the difference between an analog life, being offline, and a digital world. Because a lot of information that's coming out about what happened with Charlie Kirk is around digital culture. So many of us are dealing with stress and burnout. So if you're interested in how to cultivate this in your life, I would tell you, check it out. And for people who are addicted to wanting to get healthy, I do recommend this book. It's been out for a while. It covers the top 15 most common illnesses that we deal with. We're talking like heart disease, lung disease, brain cancers, digestive disease, autoimmune diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, liver. Okay, every organ that you got, it's here. Okay, and then some. And so if you're looking for ways on how to not die, okay, and you're looking for holistic approaches, then this is a book that I would recommend for you. So I am right now so smitten with this book that I've been reading more fiction, and I've just needed to break from self-help, wellness books just in general. I needed to totally escape this last weekend, and I will let you know I feel like I'm still doing that today. One of the other aspects that I will share with you to help you if you're still processing through the intensity of eclipse season is grab yourself a great magnesium spray. This is super fantastic. Always double check with your primary physician because obviously I'm just sharing with you what I like. But what I'll do is I'll either take a salt soak or a really fantastic relaxing shower. And when I'm done, I just spray this on my muscles and it helps me to feel, I mean, just more relaxed. That's the whole point of it. If you take this with magnesium at night, it's like a double win-win because it has been, I mean, we're still processing everything that's going on. People are still angry. People are still leaving me just negative, crazy comments. But my whole point of my videos is to help you have a place to talk safely. And unless you're just ultimately disrespectful and just too rude, I let those comments stay up. It's not about me being right or wrong. It is about helping our collective heal, which is part of what I do as a medium. I help people heal. I know that sounds crazy. You just think I talk to dead people. I do that, but I do more than just that. The last thing I'll just share with you as I'm kind of hanging out and being chill is that I had a friend today and she asked me, how is it that I'm able to walk into places like Costco and not just suddenly read every single person? And I'm like, well, sometimes I do that. I also feel each and every single one of us are reading energy constantly, whether we're reading the energy of a product, whether we are reading the energy of a book. We have to make decisions about what's right for us. And hopefully we are taking the best decisions, making the best decisions that we can. But a thought came up, and I just thought I'd share this with you since this is an ultra relaxed video, which is meant to be what this is, just a chit chat. I don't read every single person when they're around me, but I do keep awareness around people who are sketchy. I would advise that you do that as well. And I think most intuitive people, empaths, highly sensitive people, we are naturally slightly hyper vigilant. We look for moments to steer us to safety. We also look to avoid perhaps confrontation, which is why a lot of empaths have issues with people pleasing. So I want you to not have your intuition shut down with the intensity that we're flowing through right now. I want instead for you to do things that focus on your self-care and healing and that give you positive ways to escape and experience, the joy of magic through books that are fiction. So I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because I have to finish some food that I'm making. I make healthy food all the time. Go to my Substack. I'm going to be sharing that with you there. But I just want you to understand that after a while, I realize that a lot of the people that I run into in my life are people that are having life challenges that you might expect: health, finances, love and relationship, family. And at a certain point, while I was very interested, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, reading what every single person's issue is, it's this year, 2025, where I shifted into wanting to understand how to make greater positive impact. And I found that doing my prediction videos where I make bold statements about possibilities and timelines that could be brought into the collective. I make those predictions because I find that as a way to help us cope and prepare. So people who've been following me on TikTok for a long time have known that I've had this perspective for months. So if you are interested in following me, definitely hit the follow, subscribe button so that we can stay connected. And thanks for taking the time to watch something that is less stressful, less a prediction, and more a focus on you.